Happy Father's Day.
It's not like Christmas, but it's a big holiday.
Yes, sir.
All right. We forgot to mention, Janis, to tell your husband Happy Father's Day.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. So are the kids in town, by the way? Because I know they go, okay.
They are, both of
You know,
them.
your two kids go all over the place. They're
They do.
crazy, kind of like mine. Mine are, well, one of mine is stationary right now, but the other one just, God knows where she's going to be from year to year. So anyway, and I know yours are kind of like that too. And
Yes.
that's good because we raise them to be independent and to travel and to find new adventures. And so, but it's great that they're back for Father's Day.
Yes,
So tell your husband.
absolutely.
Happy Father's Day from us. Okay, so we were going to talk about the market. The actual market. You brought up foreclosures. I know that foreclosures are high. I thought I saw some statistics on Friday morning about the foreclosure rate in Wisconsin maybe was a little higher, or filings or something for some reason. But obviously, we haven't made that turn where we're really making a comeback from all of this. So what that means, I'm assuming, is that this is really a buyer's market. There's a lot of real estate available, or no?
Not so much.
Okay.
Actually, we're in a transitional market now. And when I say we're in a transitional market, that's nationally,
Okay.
but it's also locally. And so what does that mean? I think that for a long time, sellers have been waiting for the market to, quote unquote, come back.
Sure.
And the good news is that a market's coming back, but it's not the market that a lot of sellers are looking back to in the mid-2000s. What is a transitional market? First of all, we're seeing stabilization. And so prices are stabilizing, and they are stabilizing in Walworth County.
Good.
That doesn't mean they're going up. What it means is that we're seeing less and less of an overall decline
Good.
in pricing, and that is good. So prices are stabilizing. People will ask me, how long is that going to take? We don't know.
Oh, who knows?
Yeah,
Right.
I don't have a crystal ball.
Right.
But typically, I'm guessing it's going to take at least 3 to 5 years.
I would think it would take just as long to get out of it as it's
Absolutely.
taken to get into it. So
exactly.
yeah.
It's like it's almost like sailing a sailboat. You don't overcorrect when you're heeling
Right.
way over on the water. You
Right.
have to, it's a gentle movement. So buyers are buying, sellers are selling. It's becoming a little less of a buyer's market.
Okay.
And so, the message to buyers is, it's time to jump on the wagon. If you wanted to catch the market at its lowest point, unfortunately, you probably missed it.
Uh-oh.
Are you noticing that a lot of people want to sell their homes before they foreclose, or a lot of short sales, or are they really trying to get help, or what are you noticing in that part of the market?
Yeah, I personally don't do a lot of foreclosures or short sales. I mean, we have one of the nation's experts at Keefe Real Estate.
Sure.
She does a phenomenal volume in foreclosures. But people are often very embarrassed when they're in that pre-foreclosure, foreclosure, or short sale situation. And we do our best to help them, but we can't give them legal advice.
Right.
And so, often they're short of money, and you're kind of telling them you need to speak to an attorney. The best thing that someone who feels that a short sale or a foreclosure may be imminent in the next coming 3 to 6 months, the best thing they can do is A, talk to their lender, and B, talk to an attorney.
Right.
Because it's an extremely emotional situation.
Right.
So most of my business is in the second home, the primary and second home market, and I tend to sell in the $200,000 and above market.
Okay.
So that's why I tend not to do that many of foreclosures and short sales. But they still are affecting us, although we have higher sales volume. For example, from January 1st to today, basically, there have been 397 closed single-family home sales in Walworth County.
Wow.
Last year, for the same time period, there were 325. So we're almost 19% ahead.
Wonderful.
Of last year. It's very,
I mean,
very good.
because it is. It's wonderful. I mean, between the jobs market and the housing market, that really, when you see people gaining that confidence again, that's a definite, I mean, even if it's just a mental, like you said, that's 19% is a big number.
It is a big number.
Given that investment. I mean, we're not talking about 19% of the people bought a $2,000 car. We're talking about 19% more families bought homes. That's huge. That's a lot.
Yeah. That's huge.
So that's great.
Yeah.
That's
And you're saying
wonderful.
that is in primary either first home buyers or secondary home buyers.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
The statistics there don't distinguish.
Okay.
The interesting thing is that what we're seeing this year are more sales in what we call the middle range. So the $3 to like $700,000-$800,000 range.
Sure.
That market was pretty much flat and dead, and we're seeing that come back.
That's nice.
That's important because what that means is we're seeing move-up buyers.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay. And then the high end, the $1 million plus properties, so far this year, 10 have sold in Walworth County as opposed to 7 last year.
Wow.
So more than a 30% increase.
And that's big too because it also signals people are able to borrow that money because
Right.
that was the other issue is I mean that one of the main issues really was that they didn't not only did they not have the confidence to invest in real estate right then, but there were a lot of people that everybody got shut down on trying to borrow money in the first place. So
Right.
that's loosening up a little bit, which is giving more freedom. I mean, it's that vicious circle.
Right.
You have to have the money to borrow money, but yet
You have to be able to borrow that money. And
Right.
They have to be able to lend it.
Well, and
right.
so lake homes. Tons of lake homes in this area, obviously.
Right.
That's one of the things that you specialize in, I
Yes,
think, is
yes,
the
it
lakefront
is.
homes.
Absolutely.
How's the market there?
The market is, again, we're seeing slow, steady sales.
Good.
Okay. That high-end market can go up and can go down. But when you look at year to year, again, 10 sales in 6 months.
Right.
Over $1 million.
It's a big deal.
There's a property on Lauderdale Lakes, for example, in LaGrange, just west of Elkhorn. And it will be the highest price sale. Actually, I think it just closed. Highest price sale on Lauderdale Lakes in years.
Nice.
Wow.
So you're seeing buyers gaining confidence in that very high-end market on the secondary lakes.
And that helps everybody as well because everybody's
Absolutely.
values go up. It's not just the mental thing, too. I
Right.
mean, it's literally your property. The higher that house sold, it's that
Right.
trickle-down effect.
Right.
And so it
Yeah.
makes everybody have something more valuable. Again, then it goes back to the confidence and you have the ability, the equity, things like that.
All of that. And you know what? When you talk about sales, you can't talk about sales unless you talk about pricing and positioning on the market. And I think what we've seen across the board are sellers becoming more realistic and understanding that they're dealing with very savvy buyers.
Sure.
Buyers go online, they know the market, they can pull up all the public documents, they know what the fair market value is, they know what the assessed value is, and by and large, they don't want to pay more than either of those two prices.
And the internet, just to make a point that the internet and that impact on real estate, on your job,
Huge.
between like you just said, the ability to see to more houses and for you to show that many more houses on a regular, 24/7, basically that makes you available 24/7 and all of
Absolutely.
your listings. But then the social media aspect, all the different things. I know that one of the best things that I've seen that it was from you about selling a house is how you set the house. What do you call it?
Staging.
Stage the house.
Staging. It's,
right.
I'm a very, very strong
Particular,
believer in
yes.
staging. I offer every single one of my new clients, my new sellers, a 1-hour staging consultation because there's true value in it.
It needs to look like a model home.
It
So
needs-
explain staging.
Staging is really very basic. What you want to do is you want to simplify, you want to declutter, and you want to depersonalize, and you want to neutralize. So you want to simplify, which means you want to go into every single room in your house. You want to remove 50%, half of all of the decorations, the accessories, the pictures, everything. Then when you're all done, you want to go back and take away another 50% in
Wow.
that room.
Wow.
Okay?
It's a lot of
It's-
stuff.
I mean, you're going to be
I mean, you
moving
think
anyway,
about it,
so
yeah,
you might
right.
as well pack it
That's
up.
exactly
Right.
it. You're going to be moving anyway, so that's the simplification. Then you depersonalize. Take all your family photos. The one of your great great grandmother's wedding and the
Right.
one of you in high school with the photo you hate. Take them all down.
All right, done.
Yeah, exactly. Take them all down and take 4 or 5 favorite photographs, put them in frames, put them in one locale, and that should be in a very private room, like the bedroom.
Yeah.
Because guess what? I've seen these buyers. They come in, they look at your photographs. You don't want them looking at your photographs.
Right.
You want them buying your house.
Creepy.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right.
And
exactly.
look how happy this
look at
family
this
looks
cute
here.
little kid.
We don't want to move them out of their house. No, we can't. They're too happy
Yep,
here. Right.
That's right. I mean, I have actually heard that. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. They have so many. How could they be moving?
Right.
What's wrong with this?
Yeah, what's
exactly? Why are they moving?
Yeah, so you have the depersonalization, neutralization. Get rid of the purple bedroom. It's not relaxing to everyone. So you want to neutralize the colors. You want to go to real soft colors, beiges, the soft sage greens, things like that.
Don't they have to be able to picture their own stuff in the house? I mean, that's what I do. Is I walk in, like, I would rather have it empty. Because then I can tell how much space, I can tell, my couch is going to fit here. I mean, because I'm kind of, I know you're shocked. I'm a little obsessive compulsive. I know I've never mentioned that before. Never. And so I have to know this corner cabinet's going to go here and it's going to fit and everything's going to be oak and the trim's going to match. I mean, I get right down to, and I have my stuff and I'm not going to get rid of it. Right. So I see that, they have to be able to picture themselves sitting on the couch in front of the fireplace on their own couch.
Right.
And if all your stuff is there and your kids' toys are all over the place and all of that, they can't picture themselves. It's just like, ew, we don't
And here's the other thing, the pet bowls. You have to move the pet bowls and the pet bed. There are people, and the pet. So
is that something really hard for a lot of owners because, especially with dogs, cats are easy to move. They hide. They do.
Well, but all you have to do is move it when the house is being shown.
Yeah.
It's
you
not
have to
like
move it when the house is being shown, and you have to be cognizant of the fact that you may love your dog, you may love Fido, but put 2 Fidos in a house, and that house smells like dog. I don't care how clean you are.
Doesn't matter.
And you have to address that because
the hair.
And the hair. So, you declutter, you depersonalize, you neutralize, and then you do an absolute neurotic into the cracks and crevices cleaning. And you get the windows washed. And when you've got all of that accomplished, then you go outside and you look at the front yard.
Right.
And make sure it looks welcoming. So staging, a lot of people think staging has to cost thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. You can do staging for about $500 to $800, and it will make a big difference.
If that. I mean, really, you're removing stuff and cleaning.
But you're also buying, my biggest thing is you're also buying at least 4 fluffy, white bath towels for every single bathroom. And you're not going to use them, by the way. They're only going to be put out for showings. They're going to be rolled and folded. You're going to buy a white throw rug, bath mat.
Why does it have to be white? Even if it doesn't match everything else?
Well, it will because you've just repainted that.
Oh.
And you're going to buy a white...
Oh, I have.
That's why it's $500 to $800.
That's right. And you just bought a white shower curtain, too. And you got rid of all the cute little fishy towel, toothpaste holder and the fishy little drinking cup. And, that's all gone.
That starts to add up. I just went to bridal shower and I purchased 4 towels, white fluffy towels.
Yes.
That's what they wanted.
Yes.
White fluffy towels cost $20 a piece.
Right, the nice ones.
And I went, whoa.
Yeah, you can get them. I tell people go to the big box stores.
Sure.
I love to shop local, but the big box stores, you can buy a big white fluffy bath towel for $4.99.
Yeah.
You can be done all day for $100 for towels. And let me tell you, the buyer walks into your bathroom, they see white towels, white shower curtain, and a white bath mat. What do they think? They think clean.
Right.
They think clean because there's nothing worse. You ask buyers, what's the worst part about moving into a new house? They're like, I have to move into someone else's bathroom.
Right.
Oh,
so you want them to think clean. Yeah, absolutely.
That makes complete sense.
Yeah, so staging is
complete
huge.
sense.
There's a saying, and one of the real estate gurus who I just absolutely follow and think she's brilliant is Jackie Leavenworth. And Jackie came up with the phrase, I think she actually patented it or trademarked it. It's a price war to the door, and it's a beauty contest once you get in. And it's true.
That's true. That's a great way to put it.
If you don't price your property right and position it aggressively and competitively, your buyers aren't going to go past the price on the internet. They're just not even going to open the photos.
Well, and how many people, too, when you pull up to the curb, if the place isn't, I mean, they're just like, we don't even want to go in.
And that's terrible. And then, so you price it competitively and aggressively. You lead the pack. You don't follow it like a slinky down the staircase. And then you win the beauty contest.
Sure.
Well, you also think at least for me, I think I'd like to purchase a model home.
Right.
I mean, honestly.
Absolutely.
And so when you
Just
do all
make it
that,
look like
you're
that.
thinking it looks like a model home. You know, I have 27 kids, so it never looks like
Right.
a model home.
She has 4 kids, but as the stories go on, I'm pretty sure it's closer to 27.
Yeah.
And
But
so
let me tell you, there are secrets for selling homes with children that are you can have a house that looks like a model home. I've seen it done with 6 children.
I have
And
7 in my house right now.
you know what? You get those big baskets, those big wicker baskets. Every kid, teenager, regardless of age, doesn't matter if they're 2 or 22, they get a basket. When you have a showing, you say, get your basket. They go through the house, they pick up all their things. Their basket has a designated space in their closet because they've cleaned their closet out already.
Got it.
That's how it happens.
About 100% declutter.
Yep, that's exactly.
this is your basket, and this is all you're allowed to own.
That's it.
So,
I'm going to do that, not even move it.
Yeah.
right.
I am going to do that.
It's a great
Declutter
thing to do.
everything.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I think, it's just, it's common sense though. I mean, look at the competition out there. They're not
Competition
looking at
is
just
stiff.
your house.
No, they are not. And buyers are looking for the greatest perceived value. So once they narrow down and they hone in on what they really want, then the next step is greatest perceived value.
Yeah.
And you absolutely have to lead the pack there. You have to offer more than the house down the street offers at a better price. If you do that, your house will sell. It will absolutely sell.
How
And it
long
will.
are you finding that it's taking people to sell their homes?
Well, here's a little story. I listed a house. I hit the bullseye with the price. House looked like a model home. It wasn't completely depersonalized. It had a picture gallery, but it was only one area. Again, it was on the market for the first day we had one offer. The second day we had a second offer. The third day we had a fourth cash offer. And the evening of the fourth day we were going to be getting a fifth offer that was more than asking. So it can take 48 hours to sell the right home at the right price in Lake Geneva. Wow. Absolutely.
But they have to call you.
They have to call me.
And they have to work with what you with what
the
you
suggestions
know is
that you
right, exactly, because she's actually doing the right things. So
right. Here's the thing: is that when sellers call me, they're asking me to liquidate one of their biggest assets.
Right.
And so I'm going to give them advice. I'm going to guide them. I always tell them I manage the process. You make the decisions. But hopefully you're going to make the decisions that will allow me to liquidate one of your greatest assets in the shortest amount of time at the highest price the market will bear.
Right.
And that's key. So, yeah, you have to call me.
That's
or
right.
Or go on my website.
How do we find you?
Several ways to find me. I make it
I know how to find you.
I know.
Yeah,
It's really easy. Either my phone, which is 262-348-3234, or my website, which is GenevaLakeRealty.com, or visit me on Facebook. I have several pages, and if you Google things to do in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, 365 days a year, you'll find
love
me.
that.
I hope to be the community resource there for things to do. I also do a real estate blog. So there's lots of ways to find me. You'll find my blogs on my website as well.
Got it. Janice, thank you so much.
Thank you.
for joining
coming
us.
in.
She's going to be a regular guest on Life Matters to tell us how to buy and sell houses and things like the hints on how to make sure your house sells in the best, fastest, from the most money and all of that good stuff. She's going to be a regular once a month right here on Life Matters. Thanks again, Janis. Janis Hartley from Keefe Real Estate, giving us all of the how-tos on the real estate market. And coming up next, I've got a couple things to talk about. It is Father's Day. Going to talk a couple things about that. And we're going to ask, I'm kind of wanting to know what you gave your husband for Father's Day from those 27 kids.
Okay.
So
Sounds good.
So we'll be right back after this. You're listening to Life Matters right here on Lake 96.1.